Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
You find a wallet with $300 in it. What do you find in the wallet that makes you keep the money? A piece of paper with, "Keep the $300, written on it. Edit. Whoa, it escalated quickly. Weird that someone would write that. Also weird that it looks exactly like my handwriting. Found a wallet with just shy of $3,000 in it in Walmart parking lot. Had rubber bands keeping it closed. Recognized the guy, was part of the housekeeping contractors at my job. This was on a Friday after work and housekeeping isn't in on the weekends. I was off that next Monday but went up there to take it to him. He doesn't speak any English but he started crying when I handed it to him. Didn't even count it, just pulled out $200 and gave it to me. I've gotten 24 steaming hot fresh tamales at least twice a month for the last 3 years now. Edit. The goods. You are a good egg. Lord knows that could have been his rent money or to buy himself a car or such an important thing. For that amount of money. He's undocumented so he doesn't use banks. Don't know why he carries it with him though. He works his ass off though. Have since found out that he work Monday to Friday there from 6 to 3. Gets off and is at IHOP by 4 until midnight and he does that 7 days a week. I wish I had the desire or drive to learn Spanish. Have downloaded an app and started a few times and always give up. The idea of someone who owes me $300. Congrats. I was gonna say, nothing, because my self-interest dictates that I don't need the bad karma. But you found the loophole I'm comfortable with. I think we could think of some other loopholes to be comfortable with. Mine would probably be a membership ID for the KKK or a neo-Nazi party. My cards and ID making me realize it's my wallet that I've dropped. I once found a wallet with approximately $2,000 when I was a teenager. The money was inside a hidden compartment. I handed over it to the police. Turns out some elderly person got his apartment broken into, and the thief stole his wallet but didn't find the $2,000 so threw it out on the curb. Police called me 1 hour after and told me the son wanted to meet me and thank me. He handed me a $50 that I accepted. It might not seem much, but I was really proud of myself and there's so much gratification in seeing someone really happy. Cool to hear something like that stuck with you for so long. Assuming you are no longer a teenager by the way you phrased it, lol. And a valuable lesson learned. Keep the $2,000. Conversely, I stole $50 out of my mom's friend's purse when I was 11. I got caught and did my punishment. I'm 35 and still feel like a bag of dog shit about it. This was done as a science experiment. https www.npr.org/2019/066/20/734114143/what-dropping-17-000-what-can-teach-us-about. Honesty. The researchers assumed that putting money in the wallet would make people less likely to return it. Because the payoff would be bigger. A poll of 279 top-performing academic economists agreed. But researchers saw the opposite. People were more likely to return a wallet when it contained a higher amount of money, Cohn says. At first we almost couldn't believe it and told him to triple the amount of money in the wallet. Quote, in countries such as Switzerland, Norway, the Netherlands, Denmark and Sweden, between 70 and 85% of the wallets were returned to their owners. The Swiss are the most honest when it comes to returning wallets containing a key but no money. Danes, Swedes and New Zealanders were even more honest when the wallets contained larger sums. In countries such as China, Peru, Kazakhstan and Kenya, on average only between 8 and 20% of the wallets were returned to their owners. Although the proportion of returned wallets varied widely between countries, in almost all countries wallets with large sums of money or valuable contents were more likely to be returned. https://www.news.uz.ch.c/n/articles/2019/honesty.html. Makes sense. For a lot of people, taking 20 quid is something they can live with, while depriving someone of far more would start to make them feel more guilty. Exactly. If it's $20, finders keepers, losers weepers. But I'm not gonna fuck someone over it's their freaking life savings. Or even just rent. Wife's family is from Peru. When we went there for vacation I had to adjust what I considered living in poverty. I was told that they couldn't keep ducks in the parks because people would catch them to eat. I would guess they are the 8% country. And the keeping of the money has less to do with honesty and more to do with survival. It's easy to be honest when you aren't hungry. Another factor is that countries with more poverty tend to have more corrupt institutions. So unless you have a direct way to contact the owner, many people won't go to the police because of the mistrust that they may keep it for themselves. It's easy to be honest when you aren't hungry. This is well written. I like it. Very succinct. That's exactly what I thought when I read the less honest list. all incredibly poor countries, while the more honest list are all relatively wealthy. If there is no way of identifying the owner. I actually did find a wallet once with about $50 in it and nothing else, which was weird. I felt bad because I assume it probably belonged to a kid who didn't carry ID yet. Was probably a lot of money to him. This is my thought too. Like, if I found a wallet with $1,500, my first thought would be that someone just lost their rent money and will be in a lot of trouble. I found a wallet with no ID and $107 in it. Turned it into the police. About 3 months later they told me to come take possession as no one had claimed it. When I got home I took the police evidence ID sticker off and put it on my weed stash jar where it still sits.